Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the Digital Juice Bar, the only podcast that you can take down and kiss by the riverside. Bobby said it's fine; he don't consider it cheating now. I'm Hoodley, and this is Nightmare.
Hey people, that's an intro. I like it.
Thank you. I hope someone else catches the reference.
I'm pretty sure the people are smart.
Yeah, not sure they know the song, but you know what? Whatever. So second episode.
Yeah,
I
that's the
don't
second
know
episode.
how to do intros to things.
Well, we can just jump to the topics. So what do we have today?
Well, I mean, first of all, we have to cover a few things. First of all, we're going to do the few instances of Q&A that we actually got. For those who didn't stick around to the end, and I'm assuming that's most people, because, I mean, if I had to listen to my voice for nearly 2 hours, I'd probably, I'd smash that exit button too. But we are accepting questions that we will answer in complete and total honesty. And you can either leave your questions down in the comments below this video, or tag us on Twitter with the hashtag DigitalJuiceBar. And we also have an email address, all this stuff. We have all the different ways you can ask us in the links below. But we got 2 questions. Did you get any?
No, but I didn't get any. But that's normal. I don't have much interaction with my audience for some reason. It's normal.
All right. Well, I got 2 questions. I found one on Twitter. I don't have it bookmarked, so I'm just gonna. This question is from Whoa Cactus. He's a comedy YouTuber who I do recommend you check out. And his question on Twitter, sorry, just a little something in the throat, is what game system was the biggest failure in your opinion?
Ooh, that's a question. It always depends what a failure is, you know? I mean, financially speaking, there are a lot of failures out there. But content-wise is also a failure question. So what do you think? What is your definition of a failure?
My definition of a failure is having something that is both basically a failure in all respects. Like, it didn't have anything to offer, it sold poorly, it wasn't super well received, and no one really remembers it. So, in all that, I'm gonna say the biggest failure was the Gizmondo.
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty big failure all along, I think.
For those who don't know, the Gizmondo was a handheld developed by Tiger Telematics, not to be confused with Tiger Electronics, and it was released in the early 2000s as sort of like a multi-purpose handheld thing that also had a GPS. It was super overpriced. It had pretty much no games, and even the games that it did had were super easy to pirate because they sold them on SD cards. And some stuff about money laundering for the Swedish mafia and a crashed Ferrari, and it's a weird story. LGR made a video on it. You should go check that out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I watched that video a long time ago. It's a pretty good one. I can recommend it.
I've seen it like 7 times. I don't know why I rewatch videos so much.
No, that's normal. I also rewatch a lot of videos over time. Sometimes because they're funny, sometimes because they're interesting, and sometimes because why the hell not? But yeah, you know, I have lived through the 90s. I've seen a lot of console failures over the time. I mean, the Jaguar, the 3DO, oh my god, what was there? I don't even remember all of them because some of them were really not that great.
I mean, there was the CDI and the R-Zone and the Atari Lynx.
The Atari Lynx.
I mean, to its credit, the Lynx was a pretty capable handheld for its time.
That was the Game Gear too, but I don't know. I think the Game Gear was a bigger success.
I mean, duh, the Game Gear was a bigger success, but then the Game Boy was just like, yeah, what up? I'm a gray brick, and I have more stuff than any of you. Come at me, bro. I got Tetris. What do you have?
That was a very simple 8-bit console also, but I think the simplicity is sometimes the key for success. You know?
Yeah, it's useful. It's what was that one thing? I think it was it Minoru Arikawa? I don't remember who said it, but it was like something thinking with withered technology. The Game Boy was awesome.
I mean, the Game Boy was definitely awesome. I mean, the child of Gunpei Yokoi, who was a programming genius, as far as we know.
Rest in peace.
Yes, and I think he did a lot of work, and the Game Boy was a fantastic system, and I think it kind of opened up the mobile space that we have now. I mean, people wouldn't even think about how, back in the 90s that you have very complicated games on your phone, and nowadays this is a possibility because we fought big, and now we have it. And all the people drown us with mobile games that just want to have our money. That's great. But I think when it comes to failures for consoles, it's a bit weird. I mean, there is also, like the Virtual Boy. That was a massive problem.
Well, it had a few neat games. It had Jack Brothers.
I mean,
It had Robo Boxing or something like that. It had some neat stuff.
The problem with it is, though, is it really neat if you're constantly hurting your eyes so heavily? I mean, I know that modern virtual technology also has this kind of problem with motion sickness, but motion sickness is something you can also get in a car or on a train. It's just something normal. But eyesight damage, that's a bit more of a complicated issue.
Yeah, I guess so. Plus, it doesn't really work as a handheld because it's a stand.
It was a weird idea. I have a feeling that it just doesn't feel like it got ever out of a prototype stage, because it really still looks like it is a prototype.
Yeah, it was pretty ambitious and had some neat games. It had a Wario Land game. It had Jack Brothers. It had that one first-person horror game that never left Japan.
Oh,
but
yeah,
ultimately, it was just not. It was ahead of its time so much that it just wasn't a good idea.
There was also that one Waterworld game on it.
I still don't know what that movie is.
It's Kevin Costner in a world where the polar ice caps had melted, and everybody's fighting for the last piece of land to find it in a mystical quest. As somebody recently explained to me, that's also similar to the plot of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, just with more Kevin Costner.
And less incredibly cliche anime characters.
That's true, but Kevin Costner can also play very, very cliche Hollywood characters, so...
All right. Well, at least you only have to deal with Kevin Costner and not like a bunch of whatever. We're not getting off on this. I'm not talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I don't want to talk about that game.
We do that. We do that at another date. Not today.
So that was the answer to the question.
I think so.
My answer was the Gizmondo, simply because it was a disaster in every sense of the word. And your answer was the Virtual Boy.
Well, more of a 3DO, because it was an absolute disaster that killed multiple companies, and it's more of a bigger problem for me.
Okay.
But okay,
I don't know anything specifically about the 3DO.
I'm pretty sure there's some documentaries on this thing. It had a Doom port.
Everything has a Doom port. A toaster probably has a Doom port.
I know that everything has a Doom port, but come on.
If something has a CPU, someone will try to run Doom on it. Calculators have a Doom port. You get a Doom port. You get a Doom port. Everyone gets a Doom port.
That's a lot of Doom.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the other question we got?
The other question we got is from MC Games on YouTube. His question is, would you say that Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion would fit into the flawed games we love category? I considered just leaving a comment with my answer for this, but I figure we might as well save it.
I mean, we can repeat it. I mean, who actually reads the comment section after all,
I do.
I mean, I also do, but some people might not. And, if you have a lot of subscriptions, it might get, the notification might get drowned, so...
Yeah, it's true.
So let's acknowledge that, I think.
I'd say it does if you're someone who can see the flaws in something and find enough in it that it outweighs the bad to the point that you really enjoy the game. I've never played Oblivion, so I wouldn't know.
See, I also didn't play it. The last Elder Scrolls game I really played was Morrowind, and I remember very little of it other than I still know how to get around the public transportation system in that game. That's the only thing that really stuck with me, and it was very muddy. But in general, I had not a bad experience with it. I mean, the question of is a game flawed is one question, but the question is, do you love it still? Comes from sometimes how you experience it. I mean, if you sit down with a friend and have fun with it, even if it's bad, then something great comes out of it. I mean, when I watch movies with my brother, I have a lot of fun when we make fun of stupid movies, because we can. But that doesn't mean that these movies are good, but that we have a lot of fun. So you can still love them. I mean, I love a Street Fighter movie.
Which one?
There's
like
the live
3.
action one. The live action one.
Okay, there's 2.
The first one of these.
Oh, okay. The one with what was that guy's name?
What do you mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Okay, yeah, him too. I was thinking more like Raul Julia. Is that
okay,
his name?
okay, yeah, Raul Julia. Okay, yeah, of course. Of course. But yeah,
that's a funny scene.
I know, but this is a funny movie. It's really great. I recommend you watch this. That's always.
I don't really want to, mostly just because if I watch something bad, I'm just gonna be angry for wasting my time. Like I could watch Redline.
I would never say that this is a movie where you waste your time. It's too entertaining to be like that.
I mean, maybe one day.
It's exciting. It's fun. It's stupid. It has Kylie Minogue.
Day of your life, but for me, it was Tuesday.
I mean, that's an impressive Tuesday.
One crazy Tuesday.
Yeah.
And they say nothing ever happens on Tuesday.
I mean, not in that universe, but okay.
Right,
so yeah, I think it counts into that category if you want it. I mean, you love it, and you
that
think
whole
it's
topic
flawed.
was really a matter of personal perspective.
Yes, and I mean, if you think that a game is perfect, then it's your opinion. But that's not a bad thing, It's like I personally can never call something perfect, but I can still enjoy something. That's also a lesson that you have to learn, that some things are not perfect and they don't become perfect just because you like them. I wish the Bleach fandom would one day understand this.
Hey, I like Bleach.
Yeah, that's me too. The problem is
this, though.
Yeah, the problem is though,
arc was really, really good. After that, it kind of dropped off, and then it just kind of was like, okay, yeah, I think you can end it now, Kubo.
See, the problem is
when can Quincy's be Mexican wrestlers? When that happened?
Why don't they? I mean, that's an amazing idea, isn't it?
Because they're Spanish. They're not Mexican.
I mean,
do they have Mexican? Do they have lucha libres in Spain?
No, but it is derived from a similar culture in the concept of I forgot about it.
We'll look it up later.
Yeah, we look it up later. But why? Maybe they aren't Spanish. Like maybe it's derived from Mexican culture. I don't know. Some Japanese don't do their homework when it comes to international culture.
Not to mention, the main villain's name was some play on Yawa, which I don't know what language that is, but I'm pretty sure that's not Spanish. And his name is Yawak, by the way.
Let's not think about this. My actual point was actually that I know a lot of people in the Bleach fandom who treat Bleach like it is the most perfect darling ever because they love it.
I mean, it's not.
Get into scup fights with basically everybody around them who says weird things, and I don't understand this. I mean, I can live with Bleach as it is. I mean, it's not perfect. It's fine. It's entertaining, and that's good enough for me. So, but you have to understand, just because you love something doesn't mean it's perfect. It might be perfect to you, but that's only for you. And I think
this also goes for everyone who loves Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild and Ocarina of Time.
I have a feeling you have a little bit of a pet peeve here.
I mean, it's a topic for another time.
Okay. Let's
But yeah,
let's.
that's I think that's the answer to the question. Now we're going to talk about what we've been doing in the 2 weeks to entertain ourselves, because we're
Well,
determined to do that every single friggin' episode, even if it's not really that long. So what have you been up to?
yeah, I wouldn't say that I enjoyed my last few weeks so much, because I don't really had the time to enjoy much. See, I have a little bit of a problem. One of my neighbors got into a retirement home a few weeks ago, but he seems to escape his handlers every so often, and so he spent a lot of time with me where I had to deal with a slightly confused old person who was constantly trying to get in his own apartment that he didn't own anymore. And that's very exhausting and kind of sad. And yeah, I have to call the police all the time. It's kind of annoying.
How?
It's not a fun experience. But on the flip side, at least I care for this person, and I hope that when I'm old and confused, that somebody cares for me. Like in that way, because it's not it's not something that you can take for granted, I think. But yeah.
Care for the elderly, everyone.
Yeah. Otherwise, I just try to get back into to I want to finally finish XCOM 2. I really want to finally finish it, but the problem is it's so goddamn large. And I mean not just in content wise, but in space. It takes up so much space on my hard drive that I have to play it. Otherwise I sit here 6 hours downloading the goddamn thing, and it's so large. It's like, my god, is it large?
Giggity.
Yeah. So
I have the same problem with PS4 games, because I have I'm trying to grow my collection, but
Mhm.
I got Neo yesterday. I'm
Okay.
having fun with it. I'm specializing in swords and Kusarigama because I think it looks cool. And I said I had to delete like 35 gigabytes, and I
Ooh.
don't understand why this is still a problem, because I have a physical disc. Why do I need to install the whole game onto my console? I bought a physical disc. Can't you just get it from the disc?
See, the problem is that the disk only contains so much information. The disk is at this point more a copyright protection than anything else. It just contains a few pieces and the rest is getting downloaded. This is an issue because they want to prepare for a digital only experience. And
And as
so
we've learned with Scott Pilgrim versus the World and Lego Hobbit and Minecraft Telltale series and what else? Just like a
a
bunch of
lot,
games.
a
Like, come
lot.
on, preservation is important. Physical media is important.
That is true.
Stop
I think that
downloading entire games onto my console. I keep running out of space. I had to delete Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 HD Remix. Luckily, I learned that save data is kept. It took me this long to figure it out, but I'm glad that exists at least. So now all I have to do
Oh,
is
I could have
make
told you
room and
that. I could have told you that. That's not very complicated. They keep this separate for a while because they have a problem. I mean, if you, for example, buy this digital and download it and you just delete it and then realize, oh God, I lost my save game. No, they couldn't do that. No, they separate these files very clearly from each other.
Okay, well, it just took me a while because I'm not good at technology.
That's okay. We all learn, and it's
But
not
anyway,
it's not a bad
XCOM
thing
2.
to ask. If you ever have a problem, I can help you out.
All right. So XCOM 2.
Yeah. You want to know anything about that?
I mean, if you want to talk about it, that's what this little segment's for.
Uh, I mean, it's a tactical game where you fight aliens in a guerrilla warfare situation where you try to retake the Earth. That's what it mostly is, and I enjoy it greatly. Uh, the save game I'm playing right now worked very fine until I got into a unskippable mission where I lost like uh 50% of the people I sent in.
Ooh.
That was not good, I can assure you, because it cost me a lot of my specialist units. It's really terrible because I got some of these of the resistance force fighters that are really really good. Two of them actually, and both of them died in the mission. It's not good, but you have
Ooh.
to deal with these kind of setbacks. I mean, I could have safe scummed, but I just don't wanna. I want to live with the choices I make and the mistakes I make along the way, and if that means I have to play longer or with less equipped people, or well, then that's how it goes, you know. And that's one of these mistakes you have to make and live with it. And it kind of makes clear that some of these conflicts will cost lives, even if it's the lives of the people you really like. But if it's really a cause worth fighting for, maybe it's a good thing, you know.
All right. I think I have like the Game Boy version of that.
Wait,
You
what?
ever hear a Rebel Star?
I think I'm not.
Well, Rebel
What is
Star
this?
was like I think it was like a tactical game for really old computers back in like the 80s or 90s or something. And then they brought it back for the GBA. And it's not bad. I haven't gotten very far, but like it's basically XCOM, but like from a set isometric perspective and with pixel art.
I mean, basically like the old XCOM games.
Yeah, it's like the old XCOM games.
I mean, okay. I mean, I know that Jagged Alliance 2 got a port for the DS once, but
But that's just a neat little piece of trivia to put in your brain hole. That sounds very wrong.
you make it sound right.
I don't know how to take that.
Just take it as it is.
All right.
Okay,
Alright,
so
sure.
that's what
But
we kept up mostly with.
All right. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what's next on our list of wonderful things?
Well, I haven't had my turn yet.
Oh, you had. Oh
Right.
God, damn it, I
Right.
forget this. Me, ignorant fool.
Someone's in a hurry.
It's a lot of things we have to talk about today.
Yeah. Well, we have two things. One of them is just kind of big, but considering we looked at the thing and it might not take as long as we thought.
Yeah, well, we see. Let's go on. So what do you enjoy this week?
The last 2 weeks. Well, I finished Kingdom Hearts 3 finally. Gonna make a video on that, and then I can finally start talking about things other than Kingdom Hearts.
I mean,
And probably draw some new assets for my videos and start on season 2, I guess, if I'm going by seasons.
I don't know. Seasons are not really my thing. You know, I
I know. I
just take it as it comes.
Making a distinction. I just like that.
I made once distinction for my career. I'm at like phase 26. It's not going well.
All right, but yeah, I did finish Kingdom Hearts 3, and what I haven't been up to like one major thing. I've just been doing like a whole bunch of different smaller things. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3. I've been playing Weedcraft Inc., where you grow pot and you sell pot. So that's pretty awesome. I've been back on Nuclear Throne, and I've lost dozens of hours to that. I've played some Enter the Gungeon. I've started watching some random 12-episode anime on Crunchyroll called Long Riders that no one ever talked about.
Yeah, because it's about bicycle riding, and bicycle
so
riding.
Is Yowamushi Pedal.
See, the problem is that it came out in a time that there was a lot of bike anime coming out.
Bicycle race, bicycle race, bicycle race, da 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 da.
I mean,
you're not gonna join in with me?
Sorry, no. I just was confused for a moment and had to think about how I had a match of Hearts of Iron with one of my friends, and he had bicycle divisions. It didn't went so well.
I think we talked about this last time.
Yeah, it was a very memorable game, and these things take like very long. So, but yeah, bicycles are not good against German tanks. I think I said this before.
Yeah. Well, we didn't talk about that last time. We talked about that we were talking about that dumb idea I had for a video game.
That's also true, yes. I mean, I wouldn't call it a dumb idea. I think it's an
Well,
interesting
I mean, you have to question how many people want an open world biking simulator that looks like it's on the PS1? Probably the PS2, but I haven't found any tutorials on how to make things look like PS2 graphics, so PS1.
I mean, I think there is a niche. We just have to find the right people. I mean, if you can sell people weird, obscure historical games about driving certain kind of vehicles, then it's not a big deal. I mean, Train Simulator is a thing, so
Yeah, it's a very strange thing.
and it's
Well, I mean, I want to
successful.
try it, so
So
I guess I can't really call it too strange. I mean,
I
I
mean,
I
I
like
mean, I
certain
tried
things
it.
that are super weird.
I tried it. It's driving trains. There's no. That's the whole magic. It's just driving trains.
Is there a love train?
Uh, Considering the amount of DLC, I'm pretty sure there is.
That'd be cool if there was. Another song reference. But yeah, that's basically. I haven't really been doing like one major thing that really comes to mind. It's just a bunch of bits and pieces of other things that are just kind of been like, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Uh, by the way, I wish someone told me about the secret epilogue thing for Kingdom Hearts 3 because now I want Kingdom Hearts 4 so bad right now. I want it.
Please don't. We could barely get Kingdom Hearts free out.
Well, I want it.
I mean, okay, you keep wanting.
If you were me and you saw the secret epilogue, you would want Kingdom Hearts 4 at least, sometime soonish. In the next few years would be nice. That'd be cool.
I mean,
I'd like that.
I mean, I saw a political video referencing Kingdom Hearts. That was weird.
That does sound weird. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was just what I've been up to. Just like bits and pieces of a bunch of things. Nothing really majorly stand out. I have started recording the game that I want to cover after Kingdom Hearts 3, but like aside from that, like I just started, so that can't really count that. It's just that's what I've been up to.
So do you
Just
want to
odds
give
and
us
ends.
a sneak peek
Of what?
of your next project?
I mean, it's just a video game review. It's the same thing that I've been doing.
Yeah, but you have to keep the fans up to date. They want to know. They want to know.
I
What are you
have
up to?
fans.
I think so. I mean, you have more subscribers than me, so I would say that a few of them are your fans.
Yeah, but most of them came from the fact that I somehow have an 11,808 view video about a video game movie no one remembers.
Well,
How did that happen?
I have a 125K video about an episode of a weird booby show. I
mean, yeah,
also
but
don't
yours
know
is
happened
a
out
hit,
this
so that
month.
makes sense.
Yeah, but it got that big really shortly after I released it. It didn't grow much after that.
I don't know. It's just weird.
I just
Whatever. That's all I've been doing. Moving on to the topics.
Okay.
All right, so we like anime. We like the animus and stuff. That Japanimation. So we're gonna talk about the summer 2019 anime season. We're just gonna go through live chart. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna fix the visuals right here. Okay. And we are just going to go and wait. Okay. So we're just going to go over to live chart and we're going to just take a look at shows, just kind of look over, see if there's anything interesting and just talk about that. So, you ready on your end? You over
I'm
at live
ready at
chart?
my end. I'm here. I have my phone ready for that.
All right, cool. We've set it so there are no leftovers and we're just looking at new stuff. Just new stuff on television. And the first thing is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon season 2? I know you've been looking really forward to that.
Yeah, I am, mostly because I was kind of disappointed from the last one with Soratoria. That was just not very interesting. It's just, I have nothing against the characters in there. It's just, if you have a character, if the main character of your show is nearly emotionless, it's kind of hard to relate.
I mean, I've seen a few shows that were like that and still managed to be entertaining.
Yeah, but it's not that kind of thing. But the big problem here is basically that, the show lives from the fact that the main character isn't the most powerful being in the universe, rather that he's an underdog fighting his way up. And, if you switch to a character who's already incredibly powerful, seasoned and that, it kind of breaks the flow.
Like SAO.
Like SAO, for example. Here's
but
a fun
probably
fact.
not as horrible.
Here's a fun little factoid for that. In the German version of this show, the main character Bell has the same voice actor as Kirito in Sword Art Online.
That's neat.
Yeah, mostly because he finally gets the opportunity to have a little bit more range. Because Kirito is a very emotionally stunted character, there is not much range,
Has to be expected by someone whose entire character is good at playing video games.
That's
really all he has. Let's be honest.
The only thing that Kirito misses is the goddamn fedora.
I'm not sure if anyone in Japan actually wears fedoras. I've never seen anyone do that. I look at Japanese fashion magazines sometime, and I've never seen anyone wear a fedora.
Yeah, maybe this is just a thing that only we do. I don't know. Japanese nerds are different. But I've been looking forward to the second season. There's a lot of things going on, and there will be a lot of new, a lot of old characters be introduced, a lot of things more going on. I'm not sure how far it goes, but we might actually go where the main characters switch out their base of operations in a very cool little game. So look forward to that.
All right, so I've never seen. 1 second, please.
We're cutting this out later. Don't worry.
Okay.
I just get something to drink for this moment. That's the right sound for the opening. And now the ASMR experience. This is something for the outtakes. Hello, people. I will enjoy this.
All right, sorry about that. Just had to deal with something. So, yeah, you're looking forward to the second season of Danmachi.
Yeah, mostly. I hope you catch up with the series and look into it because I think it's a great one.
The first season's on Crunchyroll, so it makes it easy to.
Yeah, it's not that hard to get
not
into.
Spawned, as they say, as the youths say. We got to keep up with that youth lingo.
So we switched from chilling to Spawn. Okay.
I don't know. Let's look at this next thing.
Okay.
Afurata Shokugyo de Sekai Saikyo.
Let's see.
Animated by Azreed and White Fox. I'm not familiar with them. Then again, I'm not.
White Fox is mostly known for this
knowledge.
White Fox is mostly known for their CGI work as a supplementary option. So
that does not bode well.
It's not too bad.
Is it Gonzo level?
That depends. Do we talk about very early Gonzo or do we talk about late Gonzo?
I don't know. Let's talk about I guess it wouldn't be fair to ask if it's on the same level as Standalone Complex, because that was mid-2000s.
Even Standalone Complex is very good, but besides the opening
the
sequence,
Tachikoma looked decent.
Yeah, I actually they got this really well. Gonzo is actually pretty good when it comes to integrating CGI. I think the worst looking CGI they ever produced was actually in Blue Submarine number 6. It was very glaring.
Heard of that. I've never heard anyone actually talk about Blue Submarine number 6.
Oh, it's a fun
around. I kind of want to watch it.
I think it's a pretty okay mini series. If you like fish girls, that's something for you.
Okay. So
what do we have?
Arifureta Shokugyo de Sekai Saikyo, adapted from a light novel. Let's read the synopsis.
Okay.
You want to read it in your sexy German accent?
Okay, let's do this. 17-year-old Hajime Nagumo is your average everyday otaku.
Okay, we're not watching this. Moving on.
Come on, let's at least go to the end. I
All
don't
right,
even know
fine.
where this is going. So,
All right.
however, his simple life of pulling all-nighters and sleeping in school is suddenly turned upside down when he has among with the rest of his class. What? Upside down? Then he, along with the rest of his class, is summoned into a fantasy world. Like, they're
Can we
treated
skip
like.
now?
Yeah, I'm just going to skip through that.
All right, I'll just read over it super
Transmutation
fast. I'll just be super fast.
skill. Glorified blacksmith. Yeah, seems like a generic thing. I think the class. I think the class thing is okay, you know. But other than that, yeah, I don't know.
Can I just say right now, I hate how isekai shows just keep relying on like MMO or like RPG mechanics. Like, really?
Yeah, I
That's
understand
stupid.
that this
You
is
can
very
stop now. That
frustrating.
doesn't make any sense. That's
I
dumb.
think,
That's
yeah,
dumb. It's really dumb. We're moving on.
I think a
How
fantasy
is this
series.
the second most popular show this season?
I don't know. Maybe its manga adaptation was pretty successful. I don't know. Maybe it has a lot of boobs. I don't know.
What's its English name?
I don't know.
Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest. Oh. All right. So I've never heard of that. Moving on to the show Crunchyroll is really pushing for this season. Again, hashtag not spawn. Dr. Stone. This is actually a really cool series. I'm really glad it's getting an anime adaptation.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what it is, it's a relatively new series in Weekly Shonen Jump. And it has this super cool premise. It's about this. Everyone in the world turns to stone statues, and this super intelligent guy wakes up thousands of years later when nature has reclaimed the earth, and now it's like a super accelerated human history. It's really cool.
It's an interesting idea because I would like to see where this is going because I'm not sure. They have to rebuild society completely, and they might
do. They cover it in the manga.
And they might not actually go where we are. They might end up completely different. And I think this is one of the most interesting parts of this. You know?
Yeah, I really look forward to this.
This is really interesting where it goes. It's a fantastic idea.
And it's executed pretty well. It's got all sorts of great characters. It's fun. It's got neat science facts and stuff. And in the manga, the expressions are really detailed. Like,
yeah, I've saw a lot of that. The detail, the character design, that's very refined with a lot of interesting parts.
Everyone's hair looks like wood.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just the takeaway I get.
And as far as I understand, all of the characters have like scars, like cracks on their faces and bodies. That sounds really interesting.
There's loads of details. It's a super cool series. If you haven't read the manga for Dr. Stone, I highly recommend getting it. I think there's like 5 volumes right now in the US. I'm not sure what state it's in Germany. But yeah, it's a super good series.
We're really fast with adapting this, so it's not a big deal. It's also a show that goes for 24 episodes, so it's a double season. So I hope they don't go for trying to make this an ongoing, because I think in that series it's not a good idea to do ongoing.
Yeah, it's probably not. I think one of the best parts about the manga is its pacing, how they keep making scientific breakthroughs and being like, okay, now we do this, now we got to do this, but we need this, so we're going to do this, this, and this, and then we'll get this, and that'll be awesome. And I think it's really good. Go read it.
This is a groundbreaking series with an interesting idea. I think this is a smart and intelligent show, and I think everybody should watch it. I'm not sure why this is not on the top of the list.
I mean, Danmachi.
Yeah, okay, yes, but still.
But I'm more confused about how Arifureta is above this. Like, what the heck?
I don't know.
Okay, but I'm going to read over the synopsis real quickly just to... Okay. It can probably give a better understanding about what the series is about. Several thousand years after a mysterious phenomenon turns all of humanity to stone, the extraordinary, intelligent, science-driven boy Senku Ishigami awakens. And he's awesome. Facing a world of stone and the total collapse of civilization, Senku makes his mind to use science to rebuild the world, starting with his super strong childhood friend Taiju Oki, who awakens at the same time. They will begin to rebuild civilization from nothing, Depicting 2 million years of scientific history from the Stone Age to present day, the unprecedented crafting adventure story is about to begin. Get excited!
Yay! It's like Civilization as an anime.
Yeah.
That's the rad thing. Science is rad.
Yeah.
So put on your science goggles.
Well, they don't
It's
have
time.
goggles.
I mean, no, not yet. But come on. The moment they develop goggles, they have to put them on.
Yeah. All right. But that's Dr. Stone. It's probably the biggest show this season I'm rooting for, just because, you know, it's a good manga.
Highly recommend
Next up is... crap. I have another isekai. Gosh freaking dang it, man. Okay,
Apparently
this one's
they don't-
called Isekai Cheat Magician. It's done by Encourage Films. I don't know.
They seem to be new.
I guess most of them. But let's see. Let's just get through this. Oh my gosh, it has the exact same tags as Arifureta. Geez. Nishimura Taichi and his friend Rin are transported into a fantasy world, while in their previous world, Taichi is a normal person who has just higher than average reflexes. Both he and Rin gain high levels of physical and magical ability and begin their new lives as magicians.
Yeah, I think.
Where have I heard that before?
My God, this is worse than
Arifureta?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't know if you can compare this. The biggest problem is that we don't have any kind of information.
Let's just take a look at this. We got a generic high school guy on one, generic high school guy on the other, got a blonde lady, got some plants. We have the exact same tags. What?
I don't know what to make out of this.
How is this the fourth most popular? What's wrong with this?
It's an isekai story, you know. People are excited.
But Mare was an isekai story. No one remembers Mare. Remember Mare?
No, not even I.
No one does.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's not really that good. I mean, it was good, but like, I don't know. I'll probably make a video on it sometime in the future because whatever. But no one remembers Mare. So what? Gosh dang it, we're moving on.
Yeah, I think you're losing it, man.
I know, it's just isekai.
Don't worry, the next one is not an isekai.
Alright, the next one is Enen no Shobotai, which
also known as Fire Force.
Flare Force.
Crap,
is this the new thing by the guy who made Soul Eater?
I think so. It has raving reviews. It's interesting. A lot of people like it.
A lot of people liked Soul Eater.
That's true. So, yeah.
And if you did, that's fine. It wasn't my thing. I just thought it wasn't really that interesting.
I was also not that interesting, but a lot of people like it. The art style was unique, so meh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Death doesn't entice me after I read Terry Pratchett.
Death was actually pretty funny. I thought he was neat. Like when he fought like another... I can't remember the exact thing that happened, but like he fought something huge and he was like, "I poke!" Coffee table flame! I don't know why. I just thought he was funny. He was like the best part of the show for me.
Okay, but we have to focus here. Okay,
right. Enen no Shobutai, also known as Flare Force. What's the synopsis for this? I never actually read the manga. I keep seeing it. Let's see. Terror has paralyzed the clockwork metropolis of Tokyo! ! Possessed by demons, people have begun to burst into flame, leading to the establishment of a special firefighting team, the Fire Force, I think that's supposed to be Flare Force, ready to roll on a moment's notice to fight spontaneous combustion anywhere it might break out. The team is about to get a very unique addition, Shinra, a boy who possesses the unique power to run at the speed of a rocket, leaving behind the famous Devil's Footprint and destroying his shoes in the process. Can the Fire Force discover the source of this strange phenomenon and put a stop to it, or will the city burn to ashes first?
So this is what happens if you decide to make a drama about firefighters and spontaneous combustion. I love it.
I mean, technically there already is a manga about firefighting.
That's true, but it doesn't feature spontaneous combustion.
That's Blue Exorcist. Technically.
Details.
Also, Fire Punch.
Yes, that's true. Also, this
Fire
is made
Punch
by.
was a good manga.
Also, this is
Ended
made. This is made by David Production. You know, our JoJo friends.
Yeah.
So,
Jojo no Kimyo Naboken.
so we're going to get a pretty decent animation for this. Hopefully, highly stylized, or maybe we don't know.
It kinda
Also,
sounds like
is that a nun in the background?
I can't see it. The picture's kind of tiny. I'll go to its page and try and. I can't see the picture's not very big for me on my screen. But probably. I don't know.
Well, we keep an eye on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking forward to it just because I'm not a big fan of Soul Eater and the premise.
I mean, we can just take a look at it for the first 2 episodes and see where it goes.
I mean, maybe it doesn't look like it's available on Crunchyroll, so I don't know how I'd watch it.
We find ways. All
right, whatever. But yeah, I guess neither of us really have much to say about this. I mean, it could be interesting. Soul Eater fans are probably gonna like it. I have a feeling it might be better than Soul Eater simply because, like the anime adaptation of Soul Eater was like, I don't know if it was one of his earlier works, but after he wrote all of it and finished it, he's probably gained enough experience to make it a little more interesting. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
See.
But yeah, it's at least a neat little idea. Although I would recommend Fire Punch. I recommend Fire Punch anyway. If you don't know what that is, go to a Barnes and Noble or a bookstore or something like that. Just look for Fire Punch. It's pretty good. But yeah, this might be kind of neat for fans of Soul Eater. I don't know. Next up is Vinland Saga by Wit. That's cool.
Vinland Saga is, as far as I know, actually not just based on a manga, but also on a book series of.
Yeah, I think it's like a super old novel series.
Yeah, and it's about Vikings, and you know what that means.
What does it mean?
That are Vikings, so there's going to be raiding and axes and people drinking and longboats and proclaiming glory to Odin.
And beards. No one here has a beard except that guy. that one guy. He's the only one with a beard. Seems very disingenuous for a show about Vikings.
I mean, I've seen a few episodes of Viking, and yeah, most people have beards there.
Yeah. All right, you want to read the synopsis?
Sure. For 1,000 years, the Vikings have made quite a name and reputation for themselves as the strongest families, with the first for violence. Thorfinn, that's a name, the son of one of the Vikings' greatest warriors, spends his boyhood in the battlefield, enhancing his skills in his adventure to redeem his most desired revenge after his father was murdered. My God, that sounds like trailer fodder. And yeah, that's the premise. Revenge and Vikings.
That's it?
I mean, do you need more?
Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't read any of Vinland Saga, so I keep hearing a lot of good things about it, though, so it'll probably be pretty good.
We can take a look at it. I mean, worst case scenario, just a few episodes and we're done with.
2 out of 10, not enough beards. Moving on to Karakai Jozu no Takagi-san 2. So this is the second season of the Teasing Master Takagi-san.
I haven't actually seen the first season, but I hear a lot of good things, and
I haven't heard a lot of. I haven't seen it either. I've seen a few clips. It does look cute. This will probably just be the same.
Can you resist this forehead? Because I can't.
I can.
Really?
Yeah.
You're weird. How can you not resist this forehead?
Don't you mean how can I resist that forehead?
Sorry. Made a mistake. But yeah, I mean, come on. Nobody can resist this forehead. It's magical.
I can. Because I'm just that powerful.
If you mind.
Muda, 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 muda. I don't know what that was.
I think it's a JoJo fit. It happens. Don't worry.
All right, but I guess neither of us really have much to comment on
really.
this. I've seen some clips. It looks like a cute show. It'll probably be pretty decent. I don't know.
Yep.
Moving on to something with a stupid long name, so you know it's based on a light novel.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and pronounce it. You want me to try to pronounce it?
Okay. Yes. Go on.
All right. Let's see.
Ooh, it has a really strong word.
What?
It starts really strong with a real hard to pronounce word.
All right. Tsujo kogaki ga zentai kogaki de tukai kogaki to or no okasan wa tsuki desu ka?
I think it wants to tell us about something like
I've
why
seen
is
the
my
light novel for this in the bookstores. I think it's like Don't
Okay.
You Love Your Mother and Her Multi-Target Attack or something like that. You want to guess what it is? It's a light novel with a stupid long name and something relating to video games on the title.
I mean, okay. So this is what happens if you play too much.
Time's
Guilty
up. It's an
Gear.
isekai.
Oh god.
It's another freaking isekai where you get sucked into a video game because no one remembers Code Lyoko.
I remember it, but it's still weird.
Those were some freaking foreheads.
Oh yes, that were some foreheads.
Man, I used to watch that show all the time, but let's just go through it's done by JC Staff. I think they do fine work. They're okay.
They're
Let's see.
consistent.
Masato thought he was part of a random survey, but when he gets involved in a secret government scheme, he winds up trapped in the game world. Even more surprising, his mother's there too, which is just the worst thing ever because she probably doesn't know anything about video games.
It could be worse. I mean,
if we go by the stereotypes of mothers and anime moms, first of all, she should be dead, and second, she probably doesn't know anything about video games. She probably thinks you can pause a multiplayer game. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I mean, when my mom would ever join a World of Warcraft raid, she wouldn't know what to do, but
yeah. Actually, I think they tell you the English title. I'm going to go to its page.
I mean,
oh yeah, Do You Love Your Mom and Her 2-Hit Multi-Target Attack? So I was pretty close.
Okay.
You think I pronounced the title okay?
Yeah, that was okay.
All right, cool. But yeah, it's another isekai show.
Okay.
What's with these isekai shows being like, okay, they're in a fantasy world, but blank. Like it's like they need.
I mean, that's what an isekai is, you know?
Because they're fully aware that the premise isn't that interesting. Like, in a fantasy world, but now you're a vending machine. In a fantasy world, but now you have your smartphone. In a fantasy world, but it's a restaurant. In a fantasy world, but your mom is there.
That sounds like you're listing Rob Schneider movies.
Rob Schneider is a stapler.
It never stops.
Oh, but yeah, this is probably going to be another.
You know, I think we should change the isekai trend from, instead of turning into a fantasy world, we travel into a science fiction world. That would be interesting.
That would probably be more interesting.
You know, like I don't know, maybe a world ruled by robots or something like that. That could be interesting.
That might do fine. It would be more interesting than just going to another generic fantasy world again and giving Konosuba more things to make fun of.
I mean, you can still have elves, and then there's space elves if you want to have them. I mean, it's a possibility.
Wouldn't that just be aliens?
Yeah, but at least it's been justified, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. You could make the elves evil for once.
Okay, I mean,
make them ugly. I don't know. You ever notice that? Like whenever there are elves, they're always these super pretty nature guys, these hippy dippy nature guys with long ears and bows. Like, come on, make them like ugly swordsmen for once.
Depends. There's a German tabletop RPG that believes that elves are communists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the elves have no concept of of property. So they take everything. So humans treat them like shit when they enter their cities because they steal. I think that they wanted to make a very weird reference to communism, and it never really worked.
All right. Well, we don't have much to say about this to the point where we are just talking about whatever else we want to talk about. So yeah, probably another lame isekai show. Next
Okay.
up, oh geez, that's a long title.
Hmm.
Oh, what? I can't actually see the first word because of my screen resolution. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Let's try. Let me try this. Okay. Ushi no musume no tama nabara ore wa mushiskatara mo mao mo tau seru kamu shinrai.
You
fantasy
were
slice of life
terrible
shows.
with that.
Yeah, what do you
All right,
expect, man?
You want me to try?
I mean, you can try if you want, but
All right, what's the first word? I can't see it on my end.
ushi.
Ushi?
Ushi.
Okay. Ushi no musume no tame naraba ore wa moshikashitara mao mo taoseru kamoshiranai.
Okay.
Let's see what this says. It's based on a light novel, obviously.
Well, duh.
I mean, you can tell with a title like that, it has to be based on a light novel. Actually, I think I recognize this girl, like in the forefront of the picture. I think this is for the sake of my daughter, I would defeat a demon lord or something like that.
Why do you Why can you identify shows on the lowly?
Because she was on the cover of the first light novel that I see in bookstores.
Okay. You get away this time.
Hey, pretty much all of the characters here are small except for this generic guy here, and he's not even on the cover of the book. So can you blame me?
No.
Also, I kind of recognize some of the words in the title, so it's just like I'm pretty sure that's it. Let's see what it says. Dale, which is just like the peak of high fantasy naming.
Dale. Dale.
No offense to any Dales in the audience, if there are any Dales in the audience. All right, was just that's like in Highlight, where the main character who's supposed to be this super powerful knight fighting dragons and demon bats and stuff like that, and his name is Jim. I think his name actually is Jim from Highlight, Jim the Knight.
Yes. Oh god.
All right. God. Dale is a cool, composed, and highly skilled adventurer who's made quite a name for himself despite his youth. One day, on a job deep in the forest, he comes across a little devil girl who's almost wasted away. Unable to just leave her there to die, Dale takes her home and becomes her adopted father. Aw, that's cute. Devil or not, Latina?
Well, okay.
Her name's Latina?
Latina and Dave.
It's Dale.
Oh my god.
What is this? It is beyond adorable, and the adventurer soon finds himself head over heels with being a parent. But why was she out in the forest to begin with, and why does she carry the mark of a criminal?
Maybe because she's a demon, just
demon baby.
It's like
Devil's I don't know, or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I don't.
That sounds that sounds fun enough.
The light novel. So I don't know. It might be good. Might not be. It's got a cute character that people are going to be like ravioli. Don't lewd the daughter lolly or something like that.
Just watch it for Dale.
Yeah, Dale.
Dale the adventurer.
That's a freaking terrible name. All right. Next up, we don't really have much here. We can move on, right?
Yeah.
Because we still got quite a bit to get through. Towaru Kagaku no Accelerator. So like a certain magical accelerator.
Yeah, we're going back here.
It's something about a certain magical index or a certain scientific railgun, which I have no experience with.
I have partial experience because a lot of my science geek friends love it. Wait, I have science geek friends and I'm a science geek. What? I just have a brain aneurysm. But yeah, a lot of my science nerd friends love it because it talks about science and magic. And
is that girl holding a frog?
Yes, she's holding a frog. She's also a living railgun and a clone, and has a shit ton of clones.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show, so thanks for the spoilers.
No, it's very clearly explained from the beginning.
I know, I'm just messing with you. It's by JC. I think
Yeah, they make a lot.
some...
They make a lot. They have a large division.
All right, so
I mean,
let's read the
fans of the
synopsis.
series. I think this is not really necessary. I mean, if you don't have watched the rest of it, it's kind of useless.
Yeah, probably.
So I recommend just saying, fans of the series, take a pick, and the rest just waits up for the first episode or something like that.
All right, I'm gonna read the synopsis anyway.
Go on.
Watch a certain magical index and a certain scientific railgun. All right, that'll do.
Yeah, that's great.
Moving on to Carol and Tuesday. This is actually something I've heard quite a lot about, and I think it is a leftover, but we're counting it anyway just because I'm like, go watch this. Go watch Carol and Tuesday, please.
Okay.
Go do that.
Okay.
It's good. It's really good. It's directed by the same guy as Cowboy Bebop. And
it has Mars in it.
It's animated by Bones.
I thought Bones was dead.
No, Bones is still around. I think they animated Noragami.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if they animated Beautiful Bones. That would be fitting.
Think so, but okay.
I'm gonna look it up. They're the ones animating Mob Psycho 100 and Boku no Hero Academia. They did animate Noragami. Okay. They did animate Kekai Sensen. And Noragami, Bungo Stray Dogs, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Soul Eater, Ouran High School Host Club. They've animated a lot. They've animated Darker Than Black, Akagami no Shiro Yukihime. They animated Snow White with the red hair got an anime. I didn't know that.
Yes, did you miss that?
Yes, because no one talks about shoujo anime. They animated Ghost. It got 2 seasons. What the heck?
Keep it in, buddy. We have a lot of things to go through.
I know, but it's just, they animated Aotaka 7. I still think it should be pronounced Eureka 7, but whatever. All we need to say about Carol and Tuesday is go watch it. That's all we need to talk about. Moving on to Kawaii. Wait a second. Kawaii Kareba Hentai Demo Ski ni Nate Kurimasu?
It looks like a harem anime.
And it's based on a light novel. Of course it is.
Yes, of course.
And the guy is basically this generic milquetoast nondescript guy number 5,346,000.
Let's say what the description has to say. The romantic comedy begins when a love letter blue for Keiki Kirio, goddammit. A ordinary high school student who has never had a girlfriend as long as he has been alive. Fucking incels. The latter does not include the...
I mean, for the record, I've never had a girlfriend either.
Yeah, but you don't complain about that.
Yeah, that's true.
The letter does not include a sender's name, but the letter does include white panties.
Oh my gosh, it's Ichigo 100%. No, wait, that's Strawberry Pain. Never mind.
In the process of investigating who could be his Cinderella who left behind her panties, KK discovers every candidate is uniquely perverted and desperately interested in having him participate in their perversion.
Well, yeah, okay then. I think the question is how he's going to figure it out. Like, is he just going to go around and ask every girl to try on the panties and see which one it fits? How does that work?
That's I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I just would ask this would count as sexual harassment. So, it's like, that's, yikes.
Yeah, that sounds very weird. One of them seems to be interesting. I can't tell very much just because the picture on my end is really small, but it looks like one has a rope, maybe. One has a dog collar.
Yes. One has a camera. And
should we move on? I feel like we should move on.
Yeah, we should move on.
Alrighty then. Mao-sama Retry, animated by Akachi Eplica. I don't know them. I'm
They
gonna look
seem
them
to be
up.
new. They seem to be new.
The only other one they seem to have made is Fumikiri Jikan.
I heard a lot of
Sounds
that.
familiar.
Yeah, I heard a bit about it. Hey.
It's that stupid, like, short form anime about girls waiting by the railroad crossing.
I mean, okay.
It wasn't really anything that interesting. All right, but let's see. It's based on a light novel, which means it's probably one of the shortest light novel titles I've ever heard. Probably second to Bento. By the way, go watch Bento. It's actually pretty funny. Let's see. The story centers on Akira Ono, a regular guy who works at a company that manages an online game. He often plays the game as his character Mao, but one day when he logs on, he is whisked into the game's fantasy world as his character. Okay, we're moving on.
Yeah, we just lost it. I mean, at least the main character seems to be
Vegina
older.
Senpai.
Okay.
I think that's like Magic Senpai. Lead in films based on a manga. Okay. I encounter her, a cute but weird senpai. You ever wonder why they spell it like senpai? Senpai when it's like it's obviously senpai?
I don't know. The problem
Especially
is that
since in Japanese you can't spell something with an M followed by another letter that isn't a vowel.
I think this is just a translation error. Can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, let's take its source is Crunchyroll, so that doesn't bode well for the translation department.
Yeah. Let's see.
Anyway.
Magic-loving but stage fright adult, this senpai comes with a failure rate of 100%, but you can't take your eyes off her. It sounds like she shouldn't be a magician. The off-color magical gag manga that's caused an uproar all over Japan is finally here. Here's to non-athletic hobbies, such as video games that people keep getting stuck in.
I don't know. This sounds like it's going to be it's going to be short form. So I don't know.
I mean, at least it sounds like I don't know very many magicians in anime, so that's at least kind of an interesting idea.
I mean, I was always a fan of Siegfried and Roy, so.
All right. I guess we don't really have much to say about this. There's just not much to go on. The girl kind of reminds me of the girl from Shirobako. What was her name? The crazy girl.
Oh God, I'm bad with names.
Let's just leave it at the crazy girl from Shirobako. If you haven't seen Shirobako, I recommend it if you are at least 16.
Okay.
If you are not, do not watch that.
I think I've fallen to that category.
All right. I guess we don't have much to say about this, so moving on?
Yeah.
We have another light novel adaptation, and it's called Lord El Meloy the Second, Sei no Jikenbo, Rail Zeppelin Grace Note.
This is an adaptation of a side story of the Fate universe.
Oh.
Yep.
I don't know anything about Fate.
Well, I mean,
I know that they keep putting King Arthur in bikinis, but like that's it.
It's complicated, but this one is actually.
King Arthur?
What? No, I'm pretty sure this is not.
I thought for sure she was.
No, this is actually a problem that the series faces. It's called Arturia face, and it happens quite a lot, and it's kind of annoying, but it keeps the fans coming, so don't worry about it. I heard a lot of good things about this specific part. It's adapted from a light novel.
This guy looks like Sebastian Michaelis with long hair.
But okay, I don't think we need to say much other than Fate fans who can't get enough should try this. Everybody else.
If you're someone who actually understands what's going on in Fate, just go ahead and watch it. It's on Crunchyroll, so at least it's easy to get.
God damn it, we're not sponsored.
I know, but it's worth noting. It's right there. We're moving on to the next one. Dumbbell non Kilo Moteru by Doga Kobo. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I heard a bit about that. They
animated Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun.
Yeah.
And Umaru-chan.
Okay.
That's not good. Hibiki, are you fat again? A friend's cruel words which cut like a knife into the heart of Hibiki Sakura, a high school girl who loves to eat. Don't we all? Hibiki decided to go on a diet to be absolutely thin by summer vacation, but she cannot keep exercising right alone. That's when Hibiki found herself before a training gym! Exclamation point. Upon joining the gym, Hibiki meets her beautiful and charismatic student council president, Akemi Soryuin? Soryuin? I don't know. And steps into the intense yet enjoyable world of weight training. They can make an anime out of anything if they just put cute girls in it.
To quote Homer Simpson, gum? What's a gum?
Oh, I get the joke. But it's just comedy, ecchi, which makes sense. I have a feeling this will be like the Makinki OVAs I mentioned during the last recording.
I mean, I have seen some of the weird training OVAs over my time. I mean,
I remember this one series that was like girls, I think they were supposed to be exercising because they're idols or something like that. They would exercise for like 5 minutes, do really basic things, talk to you, and then go get ice cream.
that's great.
It was a stupid show.
The question is, can this beat the legend that is Training with Hinako?
I feel like I've heard of that.
I mean, I think its follow-up, Sleeping with Hinako, is absolutely the perfect, absolute crown of anime.
Is that a hentai?
No, it's not a hentai, actually.
It sounds like a hentai.
It sounds like a hentai, but it's not about that. It's actually quite interesting. I have the DVD. It is interesting.
Are you sure it's not hentai?
It's not hentai, I can assure you.
All right. Well, it looks like it's just going to be about cute girls, probably with decently sized boobs, exercising. That's
I guess
about it.
I guess it can be summarized with cute girls get swole.
I don't think they're going to get swole.
I also don't think so, but, we can dream.
I mean, you can. I mean, if cute girls want to get swole, I won't stop them from doing that. But like in anime, I don't think that's going to be a thing.
I don't know. We
might be one day.
We have seen some weird things. I mean, a lot of the time, for a long time, people with big eyebrows weren't a thing, and now people with big eyebrows are a thing.
Remember Kenshiro?
I mean, Kenshiro
how he just like stare at you under the two giant caterpillars attached to his face, and it was just like, "Omae wa mo shinderu." Nani? Everyone had giant eyebrows in the 90s or the 80s. What am I talking about?
Kind of.
Whatever. We're moving on.
And we were crying. That's okay.
Got stuff to cover.
Let's move on. We have. It's not. Oh god, we're only halfway through. We need to speed this up.
Alrighty then. On the right side, it doesn't look like anything else beyond this is too interesting. Or
I mean, we have reached the halfway point.
Okay. Naka no Hito Genome or Jikyochu by Silverlink. They do some decent stuff. Let's see. Iride Akatsuki has unlocked the hidden content in the game he's playing in Naka no Hito Genome or Genome. I don't know. And it turns out that the content is a real-life game. He soon wakes up to find that he has been kidnapped and taken to a strange place along with a number of other teammates. Each of them specializes in a certain sort of game, like cultivation games, fighting games, puzzle games, etc. A llama-headed teacher gathers them after level 1 is cleared to explain how the game will proceed. Will this group of gamers succeed and make it back to their real lives?
So that's the sports anime for gaming. I guess.
I don't think so. I don't know. It kind of sounds like Doubt. I mean, but like not gruesome.
I don't know. It has drama.
Maybe it's like he's neither.
I don't know. We will see where this is going.
Oh yeah, Silverlink does some neat stuff. I've never heard of this, so I don't know. It might be neat. Might be good. Kanata no Astra. We're just Just gotta burn through a bunch of stuff. This is probably going to be all we're going to talk about this episode.
Yeah, it's.
Let's see.
I
The year
expected
is
as much as-
2061 when space travel is now possible and commercially viable, and the students of Caird High School embark on their planet camp. Why would you shoot high schoolers into space?
Why wouldn't you? I think this is a great idea to get rid of some problems.
Good point. But soon after group, is that an 8? 8 it's either a B or
It's
or an
B5.
8. B5. It's just my screen is weird. Arrived at their planetary campsite, a mysterious and unforeseen sentient light sphere warps its 9 members into outer space, stranding them 5,012 light years away from their home planet. With the discovery of an old unmanned spaceship nearby, the students must stay strong, manage their limited resources, and remain united in the darkness of space so that all of them can survive their long and likely perilous trek back home aboard the Astra.
That sounds actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, isn't that like Interstellar or Passenger?
not really.
Or something?
No, that's more like the premise of Star Trek Voyager if it wouldn't hit the reset button everywhere.
Wait a second. I think there's only like 3 guys in this show.
Unless
That one blonde one is
Yeah.
also a girl.
I mean, could be. We don't know.
It could
Let's
be.
see.
The picture's kind of small, so I'm not
I
sure
mean,
if the outline of their chest is a boob or a pec. So I don't know.
It doesn't say romance, so
I don't know. I mean, there is,
emoji.
But yeah, I've heard good things about this. It might be neat. By Lurch, what have they done?
I don't know.
Oh, they did Assassination Classroom.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
that's decent.
Monster Musume, that's another thing they did. Danganron Pali Animation. They've done some stuff.
Okay,
They've done
so
some neat
experience.
stuff.
That's
So,
good.
you know, a decent studio taking on a project that I've heard good things about, could be good.
Space.
Right, next up is Sonan Deska by Isola.
Seems new.
Oh,
short
these are
form.
the guys. The only other thing they've made is Happy Sugar Life, which is really messed up, dude.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything, it's just a studio,
I know, but it's just Happy Sugar Life is freaking weird, man. It might not sound weird, but it's messed up.
Just checked. It seems to be just a slice of life thing, kind of. With
It's a
girls
yandere
being-
that kills people in order to keep
No.
the life.
I meant actually the show we're talking about. But
Don't watch Happy Sugar Life. It's messed up. Or maybe do. I don't know. You want to read the synopsis? I've been reading a lot of them.
Yes. Okay. Let me. Because of a plane crash starting today, we're spending the springtime of our life on a desert island. There's nothing here, so we have to make everything and eat everything. Ugh. Check out our high school survival story of the cure of courage and knowledge. We're actually doing pretty well. Volume 1 includes how to eat cicadas, how to build traps, cicadas. That is a type of insect.
I know, but like you said, cicadas. I've never heard anyone say cicada. There's always cicadas.
We pronounce it very differently, so don't worry.
All right.
How to build traps, a simple allergy test, and how to determine traps, etc. So
how to eat fried worms.
So it looks like. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, this sounds like it's a short form survival little series with girls being wet. Okay, I think I can deal with that.
All right.
Let's see what we have next.
Katsute Kamidate or Katsute Kamidata Kemono Tachie.
It seems like it has guns.
Yeah, it's got guns. It's got goons.
Let's see. The democratic nation of Partia was created on the continent of Partia. Because
the nation of Patria was created on Patria. That's just brilliant naming right there.
I prefer the nation of Rockmania, but okay. Because of economical disputes, the country split north and south, creating a northern union and a southern confederation. Well, let me guess where this is going. and they waged a long civil war. With their numbers dwindling, the North decides to use forbidden technology in order to defeat the South. This technology turns humans into monster-like soldiers, giving them almost godlike powers. And with those powers, the long war came to an end and peace was restored. Incarnates, they were the heroes who saved the country and were regarded as gods. Time has passed, leaving the war behind. The people who given up their human forms to become incarnates, now feared by the masses due to their overwhelming power, and were now called beasts. The former captain of this goes on for a while.
This is a long freaking synopsis. What
The former captain
it's
of the
still going.
The former captain of the inserted squads, Hank, was on a journey to find his former incarnate comrades, who had turned into beasts and was hunting them down as the beast hunter. A young woman named Shal was on their journey to find the person who killed the incarnate's father. She encourages Hank to decide to go on a journey with him to discover the truth behind her father's death. She eventually finds out the battle is never truly over, and the existence of a man, Hank, is looking
This freaking Hank guy.
is apparently responding for letting the beasts loose onto the world. Where does Hank paths lead him as he bears the sin for killing his own comrades? I feel like
Propane joke.
I think we just got through the synopsis of the first 3 episodes. Oh God! I need a drink.
Thanks, Crunchyroll. Hashtag not spawn, although totally would spawn.
Oh my
God.
God.
If they wanted. That'd be cool.
Thank you, Crunchyroll, for this extensive synopsis that we can just copy right to Wikipedia.
On the bright side, it's animated by Mappa, so it could be good. Moving on, got a lot of stuff to cover. Araburu Kisetsu no Otome Domo yo. Lay Deuce.
God damn it, that has a lot of tags.
Oh, they animated Magi, whatever.
Girls of a High School Literature Club doing
the
a little icebreaker. To get to
Dude,
know
I got it. You had to do all that. I got this one. All right. The girls in a high school literature club do a little icebreaker to get to know each other, answering the question, what's one thing you want to do before you die? One of the girls blurts out sex. Okay. That's... Do not have sex before you are married because you will get pregnant and you will die. I forget where that's from. I think it's from Mean Girls, but it could be from something else.
It could be.
One of the girls blurts out... Oh, I already read that. Little do they know the whirlwind unleashed by that word pushes each of these girls with different backgrounds and personalities onto their own clumsy, funny, painful, emotional path towards adulthood. Okay! That's...
Follow your... follow your genetic destiny.
Alright, whatever. Copcraft. This looks... interesting. You think that's her underwear? Is she just not wearing pants, or is that just part of her outfit?
I think that's a leotard. Yeah, that's a leotard.
Fair enough. All right, let's see. Action, fantasy, magic, police. It's not something you see too often. It's based on a light novel, so again, super short title. That's weird. 15 years ago, an unknown hyperspace gate opened over the Pacific. Beyond this gate lies Reto Simani? I don't know. Strange alternate world where fairies and demons live. San Teresa City, a city where over 2 million immigrants live from both worlds. As a result, there are the haves and the have-nots. Here is the world's newest city of dreams, but in the shadow of the chaos, crime is rampant. Drugs, prostitution, and weapon trafficking. The detectives who stand up to these heinous crimes are in the San Teresa City Police. When the detective Kei Matoba and the alternate world knight Tirana, two individuals who differ in gender, personality, and even world of origin, meet, an incident erupts. Two worlds, two justices. From this, the curtain rises on a buddy police action story! ! So it's basically Lethal Weapon, but fantasy.
I mean, it sounds more
with a lily.
I mean, okay. I mean, I hope the names are changed to protect the innocent.
I don't know. It sounds like an interesting concept, actually. I kind of like that.
It's not a bad idea. I think this could be a good watch.
I kind of like her design.
Yeah,
and it's not just because she doesn't look like she's wearing pants.
I mean, I
kind of like the design on her armor. And this guy just is kind of in the background being like, hey, I'm also here. I got a goon.
Hey guys,
this
I'm a
gun.
police dude. I do police dude stuff.
Yeah. All right. Next is BEM, Demon Horror Supernatural, Land Q Studios. And this is a short one. 3 monsters. Bem, who looks like a gangster. Bero, who looks like a boy. Okay. And Bera, a witch, act as agents of justice, hoping that they will be allowed to become human. Several episodes involve them protecting a young boy. The style of animation is fairly distinctive, and the storyline's not without interest. That's not even a synopsis.
No, that's something you write into the flyer. That says everything and nothing.
It does look interesting. What else have Land Q done?
Don't know.
Bam, Sword Guy. Oh, they did an OVA for Azure Strike Gunvolt. I freaking love that game.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. I really have to watch that OVA.
I guess neither of us really have anything interesting to say about it. It looks cool. Kind of reminds me of Ruby. But I don't know. Moving on. Joshikose no Mudazukai by Studio Passion, the same guys that made Rail Wars.
Oh god.
Also known as that one anime with trains and boobs.
As my friend Bao calls,
and sometimes trains.
As my friend Bao calls it, they are rail horse. Sorry to say that.
Yeah, it's fine. I censor you in my version anyway.
That's okay.
All right. One day out of boredom, Tanaka decides to give her classmates nicknames based on their quirks. I wonder if it's related to Boku no Hero Academia.
Unlikely.
I know. I just wanted to say it. Her friend Sakuchi became Ota for her nerdy interest, and her other friend Saginomiya became Robo because of her expressionless personality. In retaliation, her friends decided her name Tanaka Baka. I didn't even like you.
Get on with it.
These are the ridiculous days of 3 high school friends claiming or not the height of their youth. So it's just another, daily lives of high school girls doing absolutely nothing.
Okay, I mean, if you like...
Moving on.
Yeah, that's okay.
Grand Blim. Okay, Nexus. What have they made? Made Comic Girls. Oh, they made Chivalry of a Failed Knight.
Ooh, okay. Let's see what
that was a good show. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was good. I liked it.
Let's see.
The story takes place in a world that long ago featured the existence of magic, but has long since lost that ability. The story begins when the very normal high school students Mangetsu Kohinata meets Shingetsu Ernesta Fukami. What's with the English name? Is that Amesta or Ernesta? I don't know. Who has migrated back to Japan from Germany. Hey! On a night with a full moon. Something about a giant robot. It looks like a giant robot.
It could be a giant robot. It doesn't say mecha. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. It could be a magic robot.
Yeah.
For all we know.
We don't know. I don't have much to go on here. I think it's okay. I don't know.
It kind of... Her design kind of reminds me of Yuki Yuna. Wait.
A bit. Yeah.
Actually, both of their designs kind of remind me of Madoka Magica. Don't they? Like, she kind of looks like Madoka, and she kind of looks like Homura.
That doesn't bode well. That doesn't bode well, but we will see what happens.
All right, next is Given, which is apparently a shonen ai. That's interesting.
Scroll down to see how far we go. Okay, there's still a few.
We still got like 2 rows.
It's like it takes a while.
All right. Ritsuka played guitar but has lost interest in the instrument. One day he meets Mafuyu, who is holding a broken guitar. Ritsuka unwillingly starts teaching Mafuyu the guitar, but when he hears Mafuyu's voice, things suddenly begin to change for Ritsuka.
Music. It's rock. I don't know. Oh god, it's based on a manga. I always hate when this happens. Why is it? So let me explain this. Why are there stories about music in a medium that can't actually present music?
Have you read Nana?
No, I haven't.
Go read that. And
see, I can understand that. See, the problem is I understand the personal drama, just don't know why it has to be centered on music when a manga can't sing.
I mean, again, read Nana. Maybe read Beck.
We'll see.
Go read Beck anyway. Beck's awesome.
I
But
do
yeah,
my
this
best.
looks like it could be neat. It's by Lurch. They do some neat stuff. I don't know. Kochoki Wakanai Nobunaga. Oh boy, another anime series about Nobunaga. Why is he the only historical figure that's allowed this many incarnations? What the heck?
I mean, do
Oh,
you
it's by
want to make?
Dean.
I mean, do you really want to make? There are not many other historical figures in Japan that you can make anime about. I mean, do you really want to make an anime about Emperor Hirohito?
I mean, it could be neat. You can make an anime out of anything.
I don't know.
You want to read the synopsis for a bit?
That's very short. Okay. The series of historical drama is aesthetically and boldly adapted from the life of Oda Nobunaga in his teens up to a time as a warlord against his brother Nobuyuki.
All right, so
that's
that
historic.
could be neat.
Yeah, actually, that's interesting. But I'm not sure.
Considering most of the other adaptations of Nobunaga I've seen in anime are like, he's sick and has to be replaced by someone else. He's a cute moe girl. He's another cute moe girl. He's a gun. If you've seen Nobunaga,
Yes.
like it's just having just like, I guess a biopic anime that could be neat. It's by Dean.
But this is not very historically accurate, I can assure you, because I know that Nobunaga in his teens did not have access to guns.
I mean, maybe this picture is taken from like later because he's known for using guns, and they're just using it for like to signify it's Nobunaga.
Well, why not? I mean, why would you do that? Usually, you do that with a mustache.
Maybe they didn't want to give him a mustache.
What's wrong with having a mustache?
He's a pretty anime boy.
He can't be a pretty anime boy with a mustache. There's nothing wrong with that.
How many pretty anime boys do you know have mustaches?
Okay, you got me there.
There you go. All right, so that could be neat. That could be a neat thing.
Yeah, that could be genuinely neat because I think it's an under-discussed topic, always fictionalized but never really discussed.
Yeah. All right, next is Majikato Mazaku. You want to just take turns reading these off now?
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I had a shorter one. I would like doing that.
All right, well, this one's longer. Let's see. Majikato Mazaku, Comedy Magic Slice of Life by JC. They are doing so much stuff this season. Awakening her dormant abilities as a devil one day, Yuko Yoshida, aka Shadow Mistress Yuko, is entrusted with the mission to defeat the Light Clan Shrine Maiden, a magical girl, by her ancestor Lilith. Yuko meets magical girl Momo Chiyoda through her classmate I can't read some of this stuff because it's off screen. Sada, and challenges her to a duel but loses quickly due to her lack of strength. Well, no duh. Since then, Yuko has struggled with her role as a devil and her duel with Momo and borrowed help from her regularly. However, by a strange coincidence, Yuko also weakens Momo by taking away her powers to cooperate in protecting the peace of Tama City.
Okay, that sounds funny. Could be interesting.
It might be.
It's probably more focused.
They're kind of cute.
I think this is
not
more
really that hard to do when you're cute.
It's also adapted from a 4-koma manga, so it's probably not that long form.
I mean, it doesn't say short form.
But yeah, this could be just missing information at this point.
It could be like Lucky Star, where they take like a bunch of gags and put them all in one episode. So if that's the case...
but I'm not sure if they can actually replicate the pacing of Lucky Star.
I mean, you also have to remember something like Pop Team Epic. Wait, Pop Team Epic was short form.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Which of them do you find more kawaii?
I don't. I'm not allowed to have an answer to that. I'm too old. In my age category, if you have an opinion on lolis, weird.
Do you not like Kana from Dragon Maid?
I like her, but that's not the point. She's a dragon. She's too old. I can allow me an opinion on that.
All right, whatever. Hey, they might be older than you think. For all we know, they're 36.
Yeah, so let's move on before we...
All right, whatever. This is getting weird. Next is Try Nights by Gonzo. This is near the bottom.
Yeah, that's nothing new. Gonzo always has shows that are very unpopular for some reason.
It's a shame. They made some good stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I like them. So let's see what we have. Riku Haruma enters future inside. He seems as he sees people playing like monsters on the ground, jumping higher than anybody else, running fast, deciding to try their best. There he sees Akira Kariya playing rugby, a sport he was once passionate about but gave up due to his physique. Then Akira is running roughly. Riku gives him a piece of advice without thinking. From that, Riku feels his dying passion for the sport set ablaze, and his future starts to brighten up. So it's basically an anime about a guy discovering that he is a good trainer for rugby.
Like All Out.
With pretty boys. They look pretty.
Overly friendly heterosexual men throwing their balls in each other's face. The anime. Rugby edition.
That's acceptable, I think. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
Sounds
then
good.
again, we already have All Out.
That's true, but come on.
I mean, I'm not sure if he is supposed to be their trainer or if he's going to be like joining the team. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. This doesn't say
It could be
too
neat.
much. Yeah,
Could be
I
neat.
think this could be.
Go watch All Out. Next
Okay.
is Senki Zesho Symphogear 15, 5th season.
Yeah,
One of those is either wrong or a joke.
No, it's not. Both of that is true.
All right, whatever. I'll read the next one since this didn't really have anything.
Yeah,
Ensemble
okay.
stars, music, David production. They do some good stuff, and it's based on a game. Oh boy. Yumegasaki Private Academy, a school located on a hill facing the ocean, specializing in boys' idol training. That's a weird thing for a school to specialize in. The school has a long history of producing generations of idols for the entertainment world out of the young men brimming with talents like the shining stars in the sky. Due to special circumstances, you are a transfer student at the school as well as the only female student there.
Oh god, it's a reverse harem.
No, it's one room. In fact, you are chosen to be the very first student of the producer course, and your task is to produce these idols. We hope you will enjoy your journey with the idols you meet at the academy, as well as the vigorous ensemble that together you will make. Oh my gosh, is this going to be like another stupid first-person anime thing, like One Room?
I don't think so. They got the sources from a wikia to translate. I think this is just the synopsis of the game.
Maybe, but if it does end up being like that, it would be super awkward.
I don't know. Maybe we can make it work.
I'm kind of interested in watching the first episode just to see what it does. Like if it is the actual thing, like if it is a first-person anime that's trying to make you feel like the main character, and they're actually talking to you, which is stupid because they can only animate one kind of conversation, or if like they actually make a character. I don't know. Your turn.
We see. No, this is a third season. I'm not sure. I don't even know that. Right? What? This is a third season. About Starmue, about music comedy. I don't know how to give up on a dream. In pursuit of a high school student admired, Yuta Shitani enrolled in the music department of a prestigious music school. Anigani Academy successfully completed the year-long enrollment test, and in his second year finally became a student of a music department. God damn it, they have a long enrollment list. But a new trial waited for him right from the start of a new year. First of a curriculum, it's not really very interesting. It's just...
Alright, it's just... Something about music and cute boys, I don't know.
Yeah, it has way too many boys.
I mean, to be fair, that'll balance out all the anime that are just girls.
I think it's more better to have a balanced cast. That's just my
opinion.
But
if we can have shows that are entirely cast by female characters, we can have one that's like just guys. I don't see the problem in that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Next is Restage Dream Days. We're on the bottom row now. By Graffin Music School Shoujo Slice of Life. The story centers around first-year student Mana Shikimiya as she pursues her dream of winning at the Prism stage, the competition that determines the top middle school idol.
Why do we? Oh my god, they're middle schoolers. I understand why they look so young. Oh god. I have a bad feeling about this.
I mean, actually, I think most idols in Japan are around that age.
Yeah, that's what worries me most of the time.
Yeah, that's creepy, but whatever. Different cultures and all that. I don't know. Next, we're on the last two. I'm just gonna blow through these real quickly and sign off because holy jeez.
Yeah, that's a lot of things.
Yamishibai 7th season. What the heck? This is seventh season. I like how this is the only one here based on folk tales. I don't know. That seems neat.
There's usually one of these in every. There's usually one.
I don't know what this is about. So we're moving on to the last one, the least popular show on this list. Hakata Mentai Pirikarako-chan. No tags, no studio, doesn't even know what it's based on, doesn't know what episodes, doesn't know how long they're gonna last. This is so wonderfully prepared. Hakata Mentai Pirikarako-chan is set in a mysterious shopping center in a town that is like, but also not quite like Hakata. Where's Hakata?
I don't know.
In this setting, a wall-eyed Pollock Row fairy. What?
Don't ask me.
Wait, she's a fairy based on fish eggs? Okay. Named Pirikarako-chan rushes about every day trying to ease the worries and solve the rumors of the other food fairies.
They're food
Why
fairies?
is this on Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll has weird stuff.
I know, but whatever. We're done with the list. That's it. That's all that's on the list.
We're not going to go through movies and OVAs.
We don't have
That's
anything
just too much.
I don't know. Let's just go through and
oh my god,
say what kind of projects we're kind of interested in. I'm at least rooting for Dr. Stone. That much is
I think that's
certain.
That's sure.
I'm kind of interested in seeing whatever the heck this kawaii kereba hentai demo thing is. Just because I want to know how he plans to figure this out. It's probably not going to be very good. I don't know. And then Carol and Tuesday, because it's good. But aside from that, it's about all. There are some other interesting things here and there, but that seems mostly it. What about you? What are you most looking forward to?
I mean, Dr. Stone is definitely what I would like to see.
Danmachi?
Yes, of course, but that's more or less a given. That hentai thing already kind of entices me.
Because it has hentai.
No, that's not really my big deal, but okay.
Sure it isn't.
But Kanatano Astra is really interesting, so we're going to see where this goes.
I'm surprised that's so low on the list.
Science fiction stories seem not to be very popular at the time. I remember a time where there was so many science fiction stories and not many fantasy stories. That was an interesting time. I don't know. But yeah, it sounds like
it's
a decent season, I would say.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's got a neat little variety. Some weird things here and there. And that's about all we have time for. Because we took so long talking about all of this. Okay, we're back.
I have to say this might have been a bad idea.
I mean, it could be interesting. I don't know.
We'll see. I don't expect as many views as we got last time.
Hey, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, it's right. Maybe we next time we try to make it more interesting.
Yeah, probably. We'll have different topics next time. This time we just talked about random shows. And that was about it. And that seems to be all the time we have time for because holy crap, this took a long time. Got anything to end us off with?
Don't play with matches.
All right, I guess we're going to leave it on that. Bye.
Bye.